Let's get the wifey's prediction on this one. She's got no idea about either one of these two teams. So who's going to win between Munster and the Ospreys this weekend? Which name do you like the best?
Munster.
G'day everyone and welcome to Inside Rugby with Mark. If you haven't been here before, my name is Mark. I'm a Kiwi rugby fan who's living here in beautiful Cancun in Mexico, and we're on our way out and about today, so something a little bit different in the video. You might get to see a little bit of Cancun, and the beautiful wifey is driving me around. Say hello to everyone.
Hi.
Okay, so yeah, it's been a couple of days since I posted a video, and that's because I've been busy watching games and having my thought about a few things that are going on around the world of rugby. But in this video I'm going to talk about the upcoming playoffs this weekend for the URC, and it's getting down to the business end of the season in that competition, which is pretty exciting indeed. And we've got games both on Friday and Saturday, 3 games on Saturday, 1 on Friday, and I'll give you my views on that in this video. Also going to be asking the wifey for her opinion, because she knows nothing about rugby at all, and we might have a little bit of fun with that one today. But let's get on talking about the rugby. And on Friday we've got the first game in this year's playoffs, and it's Munster versus the Ospreys. Going to give this one to Munster. I think whilst they've been having a couple of close games, I think this one's theirs to lose, but we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. But I'm picking Munster for that one. I just think they've got too much across the park for Ospreys over the course of 80 minutes. I think the hometown advantage is going to be a big difference as well for them. But let's see how that one turns out. Let me know in the comments on all of these games what you think is going to happen, and whether you think my predictions once again are a load of rubbish, or whether you think you agree with me on this weekend's games. So let's get the wifey's prediction on this one. She's got no idea about either one of these two teams. So who's going to win between Munster and the Ospreys this weekend? Which name do you like the best?
Munster, because it sounds like Monster Inc. So, yeah.
Okay, so she's picking Munster because of the name, and that makes 2 of us on that one. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, then we head into Saturday, and the first game we've got coming up is the Vodafone Bulls are playing Benetton. It's a home game for the Bulls, so a massive advantage for them, but they've been playing really good rugby. I watched the game against the Sharks last weekend, and I thought the Bulls were very clinical in that game, even though the Sharks really came out firing. They'd won the Challenge Cup the week before the Sharks, and their supporters turned up to give them a lot of support in that game, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching the game. It was a really good game of rugby. I thought the likes of Fasi and Masuku played really well for the Sharks, but across the board it was the Bulls once again with that strong forward play that got them out on top in that particular game. And boy, there was a couple of standouts for me. Aka Vandermeer played a fantastic game, scored a couple of tries for the Bulls in that game against the Sharks, and we saw another great performance too from Ruhan Noki, and boy is he a great player, and probably one of those unfortunate ones that's come along in the times of Etzebeth and all the other great locks that are playing for the Springboks at the moment, because the way that he's playing, Ruhan, I think he should be having at least a smell of a Springbok jersey, because he played really well in that game. So in the end, Bulls got through and got that win against the Sharks in the weekend. I think it was 26-14 in the end, if my memory serves me right. And I think the Bulls are going to go on and be too good for Benetton this weekend, that's for sure. Home ground advantage, the Bulls are playing well, their forward pack is going to be superior, I think, in this game, and it's going to set up a lot of ball and possession for them to be able to take Benetton down. So there we go, the Bulls, a comfortable win against Benetton this weekend. Wifey, who do you think is going to win between the Vodafone Bulls, who are from South Africa, and Benetton, who are from Italy?
Oh, Benetton, of course, because United Colors.
Okay, so you're a fashionista and you're going with Benetton. So there you go, the wifey's going for Benetton, and I'm sticking with the Bulls on this one. Okay, next up we have Leinster against Ulster, and I'm looking forward to this one. I think this could be a really interesting game. Leinster, of course, have got that power pack team. Some people have been saying that they haven't been playing to their best of their abilities, and I've spoken a lot on this channel about Ross Byrne, of course, and a lot of you have agreed with that. and some have said that he just needs a little bit more confidence and he'll be right in that 10 jersey. But I think Leinster are going to have too much for Ulster this weekend. It's going to be a home game for Leinster. I think that's going to be a big thing, having their fans on side. But don't expect Ulster to give up on this one. I think they're going to come all guns a-blazing, and I think it's going to be a really, really good game of rugby. But expect Leinster to come out on top. And once again, I'm going to say, if you're going to beat Leinster, you're going to have to score 30 points against their defence, and I can't see that happening from Ulster this weekend. So it's going to be a comfortable win in the end, I think, for Leinster, because they're going to be able to go the 80 minutes and they're going to be able to put on a lot of points against this Ulster team. So, Wifey, who do you think between Leinster and Ulster, two Irish teams here going head to head in the weekend?
Name Leinster, yeah.
Leinster,
yeah.
okay.
That's the one.
So we're agreeing on that one again. So 2 wins for Leinster as far as this car ride goes. Okay. And then we've got the last game on Saturday this weekend between Glasgow and the DHL Stormers. And if you didn't know, I used to work for DHL for 20 odd years. So I was there when we started the rugby sponsorship deals around the world. So it's great to see the old company name popping up around the world of rugby. And that's not one of the reasons, but I'm actually going to pick the Stormers to beat Glasgow this weekend. I just think they've got the talent there if it fires on the day, and we all know that some days it doesn't fire. But I think the Stormers are going to be just able to pick this one against Glasgow. We've seen the wobbles from Glasgow in the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to pick against them this particular weekend. So the Stormers for me, from South Africa, supporting them against Glasgow. Wifey, we've got a Glasgow team from Scotland versus the DHL Stormers from Cape Town. Who are you going to back on that one?
Okay, I'm going with you, with the Stormers. Yes.
Stormers, okay.
Yeah.
So 2 in the car supporting the Stormers this weekend. And again, I just think they've got too much magic to go up against this Glasgow team, and I think it's going to be tight though. So there could be 2 or 3 points in it with this one, but I'm going to stick with the Stormers this weekend. So there we go. As far as my predictions go, as some of you have made comments before, I'm pretty much usually wide of the mark. And I don't make this channel to be a predictor of rugby. I just love watching the game and talking about it. So if you want to listen to my predictions, it's up to you. But that's who I think are going to win in this first round, in the playoffs this weekend coming up. So let me know in the comments who you're choosing to win all the games this weekend. It's going to be a really exciting affair. I'm going to be back with reviews of the games after they've been played. So if you want to stick around and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, like many of you haven't who do watch my videos, please consider doing that. It doesn't cost you anything, helps me out on this YouTube journey, and I just like building a global community of rugby fans who want to talk about the great game across the world. Now, coming up soon, we've got the International Test Series starting again, which I'm really passionate about, and I'm going to be diving into those games. We've got Japan taking on England, of course, the return of Eddie Jones, and a lot of us are going to love watching that one, of course. And then, of course, we've got Wales against the Springboks, and that's going to be a nice precursor to some of the other big games that are coming up as well. So I'm going to be making videos about all of those. I'm going to be talking about England's campaign down under against the All Blacks, and I've got an interesting video coming out next week about that one, and looking at the preparation that those two squads are going to have coming into this 2-match game series. And you might want to check that out, because I think there's some interesting things and challenges coming up for both teams on that journey as they meet in both Dunedin and Auckland during that campaign. And then, of course, we've got Ireland going to South Africa, and that's muchly anticipated by a lot of us global rugby fans. That's going to be a huge series down there, and we've already seen a few injuries that could impact that series down there, and a few players that won't be going. So I'll be making videos about that journey as well. So make sure you stick around and give this video a bit of a thumbs up as well. Let me know who you think is going to win the playoffs this weekend in the URC, and whether or not you agree with the wifey and I on that one. Okay, it's time for us to get into Costco and do a bit of shopping for the day. I'll be back again soon with some more videos. So until then, it's time for us to say goodbye.
Goodbye, thank you for watching.
There we go. See you all pretty soon. Stay well, stay safe out there, and I'll see you again pretty soon from Mexico. Adios for now. Bye-bye.